This Doug Stanhope podcast is brought to you by a bug zapper. I have a bug zapper in our temporary home over here at the Quiet House where I've been writing my book. And as the new studio is coming into, what's a big word?
Fruition.
I was going to say fruition.
That's a big word.
I seriously, the last email I sent, I'd show you, but it doesn't work for airplay. Mm-hmm. But afterwards, some guy went, there's some long thing about the podcast.
Is that going to be annoying or not?
I love it.
That pop you hear is the pop I hear for the last 3 months in the back of my head with this bug light, because this place is lousy with mosquitoes and flies and gnats, and I'm bit up every night. So I bought a bug light zapper, and it's sitting there with this with this mound of bugs underneath it, dead bugs, because I don't clean up.
There's a flash like an M80 going off in the dark.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's disconcerting to other people, but it's made me write so peacefully. Every time I hear one of those motherfuckers die, I'm filled with joy.
And the room is delightfully void of a lot of insects.
Not enough.
Not enough.
You'll keep hearing that pop. Thank you.
It's, what's the name of the company?
I don't know.
It says
it off Amazon. It was
Aspecta?
Spectec.
Spectec.
I think.
Yeah, we're brought to you by anything that kills bugs. Raid, nuclear leaks, the Chinese explosion at the chemical plant, anything that kills insects. What?
I don't know how vegans feel about bug zappers.
I don't know. I'm just trying to get back to where I was, because you said fruition, and this guy just wrote me this long email about the economy sucks and his fucking kid can't go to school. Did you see that one? He spelled fruition in it. F-R-U. It's in the folder podcast worthy.
Because of his spelling?
I don't know. Just, sent. Just go to my sent things. Cause fruition, F-R-U-S-H-W.
Oh, wow.
And then he wrote parentheses. I probably spelled that wrong. You could have spelled that more wrong, but he went with,
what does that tell you when someone has glaring,
all I did was write him back and wrote fruition. I'm not a good speller either, but he's fucked that up so bad.
You have spell check.
My only response to him was fruition. Send.
Oh, perfect.
And that was the last email I sent, and you just said it.
That's great.
And I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
You were asking, you're looking for a big word for what would happen in terms of the new podcasting space being constructed. And it's coming to fruition.
All right. Well, whatever I was saying didn't matter.
That's why we're here, is because we're not over there.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. I don't do 2 shows a night.
For a reason.
Yeah. Brian Hennigan,
that's me,
my Scotsman manager, is about to become a goddamn American. He's taking the test next week to be a naturalized citizen of this great country. So what he's given me is his booklet. Learn about the United States. Quick civic lessons for the naturalization test. He's going to take his test, so we're going to quiz him right now.
You're given that booklet by the government. That's what you're given.
Let me see.
Along with a CD that has the same shit on it.
In case you can't read.
It's kind of like a Rosetta Stone of being an American.
I believe so.
All right.
If Americans knew what a Rosetta Stone was.
Right. Because, Americans want to learn a foreign language.
Yeah.
Or just beat someone with one.
Yeah.
Ichabod, I just heard him. Oh, no, that's got to be Henry. Ichabod can't get through the dog door over at this house because he's got Buckethead. Ichabod had some tumors and growths removed from his head. I realized that when I spent $600 on that fucking dog to get these warts because he'd scratch at him till he bled. Jesus. Oh, sorry. I thought you were Brian. You're fine. He'd scratch at these things till they bled. But then when I spent the money, I realized this is cosmetic surgery.
You think so?
For a fucking a 9-year-old dog?
That was kind of my question was, was this all out of Bingo's labia thing? Was there some point where the whole household was like, hey, you know what? Now you mention it, I've got something that needs corrected.
Yeah, I guess I did have the umbilical hernia
And then Bingo
surgerized.
But that's not cosmetic.
It was for me. It was really gross. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't going to kill him.
Well, until Betty said that necrotizing thing.
Oh, yeah.
But
if it went to, if it herniated or...
And then Bingo got the labia reduction.
It's the opposite of cosmetic because nobody could see he had a fucking...
Yeah, I have a
Ugly
1,000
belly
reasons to not take off my shirt that are grosser.
Whereas Ichabod's,
That was the cherry on the pie, though.
Yeah. Ichabod's face was all fucking cherry, no pie. And so therefore you had to, he was kind of
It
warped.
was a thing that was becoming, grotesque.
It wasn't like he was turning down pussy or anything. I don't quite understand why he suddenly...
I know. I thought of that. Once I saw him with a bucket head, I go, that dog would much rather have giant growths on his fucking head. Well, he did have a tumor under his eyelid that they didn't find till they started doing surgery.
Oh, they're poking around.
But,
poking around for more business.
Yeah.
I'm just happy we have a new veterinarian in town, and I wish I remembered your name. I'd give you a plug. Not that would help you on any level. What we're going to do with Brian Hennigan right now is we're going to read some of these questions.
Oh.
I read 2, and I go, really? This is what you have to know?
How many pages in that book?
It's very much like middle school, even grade school questions that, everyone fucking knows them. I don't remember anything. I found a couple I don't know, but you don't need to know this. This is all shit history class where you go, when was the War of 1812 fought? Why? Like a guy coming in from fucking Islamabad or wherever. Is that a country? No.
It's a concept.
Yeah.
How many pages in the book?
Let me go to the end.
Of questions.
Oh, there's an English test. Brian will fail that. There's 100 questions. So I'll go...
100 questions. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to see how Brian does versus... If we could get Bingo out here.
Ooh, that'd be good. Do I need another mic?
Nah, that's she doesn't like it when I make her feel dumb. Bingo, do you want to play with us?
Silence.
Yes. All right. When do we celebrate Independence Day?
4th of July.
What year?
See, I should have pre-screened these. I want to let people know what year.
Yeah.
He looked at me. He looked at me like, do I need to?
Okay, but Doug, here's the important point. As I've had explained to me I have a very decent lawyer. His name's Chris Wright. He's out of Woodland Hills. And,
I'm bleeping that name.
And, the point is that you need to have someone to advise you of what the protocol is. And the important thing about the protocol is that a lot of the people you're talking to in the interview, they're just relieved that you speak English. Because they might be dealing for most of the day with people when you say to them, what's the question you just asked me?
Taxi or Uber?
No.
That's what the Nigerian guy gets.
The 4th of July one? The 4th of July question?
Day of Independence.
Yes.
Yeah. When does America celebrate the Day of Independence? If that person just looks at you and goes, what? Day? What? It's like, there are a lot, I speak English fairly well. And therefore, the person that's interviewing me might be kind of relaxed about the whole
He
interview.
speaks Scottish like a fancy lad, but he does English pretty well.
Yeah.
By the way, in this country, Brian,
Yes.
never forget. You already forgot the first question.
What? What are you talking about?
It's a 9/11 joke. Chaille tried to branch out into...
See,
funny
9/11
jokes.
was a thing that... Hey, when was 9/11?
That's in the test. That's not
Is
a
it?
joke.
Is it really?
That's one of the questions.
All right, let's bang out a few questions because I did get on Twitter and ask people to ask questions that might not be on the exam. We'll get to those at the end.
Yeah.
All right. I'm blocking the answers from myself. They have the answer in the book, so you can memorize the 100 questions.
So it's like an answer and then the question and the answer right underneath it.
Yeah.
It gives you the question,
then
the
a paragraph.
answer, and then a lengthy explanation of it.
Oh,
but
really?
You only need to know the answer.
All right, Bingo, if you will sit over there.
Oh.
Bingo's arrived.
Come over, sit next to me, Bingo. Come over here.
Before Hennigan answers, if you know... No, I'm not.
No, I need help. I'm horrible at history.
If you know the answer, don't worry. We all don't know a lot of these answers. No,
not
we're
yet.
not making fun of
Not
you.
yet, not yet.
I want to
These are
get
the genuine
one.
questions I'm going to be asked next week.
He's becoming a citizen of the United States, but these are 100 questions. We're not doing all 100. I'm just going through randomly. All right, Brian Hennigan.
Yes.
Raise your hand if you know it.
Oh.
Okay. But these are for Hennigan.
Brian thought you meant raise your hand if you're Brian Hennigan.
Brian, what territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
I know the answer.
Go ahead.
The correct answer is Louisiana or the Louisiana Purchase.
The Louisiana territory
Ooh,
or Louisiana?
I could be frog marched onto an airplane at that point.
I'd mark you down for that one.
Guantanamo,
Yeah.
here you come. All right. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did?
I'm not making a joke of it. He ended slavery.
No, he didn't. He freed the slaves.
Hey, what's the answer, Doug?
Freed the slaves, saved or preserved the Union, led the United States during the Civil War.
All those are correct answers.
All right. Here's one that I think only Brian Hennigan will know because he read this fucking book.
Go on.
We don't know this. What did Susan B. Anthony do?
Oh, she worked for emancipation of women.
Suffrage?
Yes, she basically.
Fought for women's rights.
Yeah.
Fought for civil rights. I had no idea. So I guess now that I know that I'm Scottish, finding my grandmother's birth certificate.
From 1886.
I'm going to have to move over to fucking Hunter Square.
You're going to have to throw yourself out.
Yeah. I'm going to have to just
throwing myself out.
abdicate.
But the interesting thing about that was, I'm not joking, for the longest time until, I can't remember what there was I thought Susan B. Anthony was some sort of soap star I'd never heard of.
Like
on something like Days of Our Lives. And that she'd set up this thing which campaigned about breast cancer. And that was genuinely who I thought Susan B. Anthony was.
Susan something Coleman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, when I had to review this thing, it's like,
Then you wanted to stay
she
here.
was an actual
Yeah.
historic person.
Who was the president during World War I?
Woodrow Wilson.
No.
Yeah, no, it is.
Is it really?
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Oh, Chaille,
Yep.
you have to leave
Was it?
to
Yeah.
Where do I get to go? Guam?
Oregon.
Oh, I know.
First of all, these are the questions, again, middle school, grade school history class shit that you're forced to memorize. Why would you care if some guy's coming over from fucking Syria with a fucking winking eye and a tremor? If that's what you're trying to keep out. Oh, you think a fucking terrorist doesn't know this? A guy was, whatever immigrant you're trying to keep out. Well, he did know Woodrow Wilson. Guys.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Fuck you. No. Let me ask you a question. Give me 3 questions if I said to you in a bar, I'm a fucking huge Patriots fan.
Yeah. Okay. Who was their quarterback in the first Super Bowl that they appeared in?
Obviously, I personally don't know. I'm just curious, but you don't like this idea that
I think Grogan and Tony Eason traded time.
Okay.
Grogan might have been knocked out. It might have been Eason the whole time.
So curious this line of questioning.
If we were to redefine the becoming a citizen of the United States with, are you a fan of the United States?
Okay.
Then maybe the questions might be different.
It'd be on that trivia machine right there.
That's what they should do.
Anyway,
just
1984 trivia.
install a bunch of trivia machines.
And have it be all electronic.
Doug did put this out there to his peeps.
All right.
And his peeps came in with some questions. And this is one of the questions that they think should be on the test. And I think it's legitimate. Name the 4 NFL teams who have never been to the Super Bowl.
I can name you that.
I can't. Bingo, can you name it?
No, Dolphins. Dolphins are the only undefeated team. No, I can name you. Do you know?
I don't know.
Can you name
Okay,
any?
I'm gonna go for, okay, I'm sitting there, I'm sweating, I'm under the lamp. Okay, I'd say, okay, shit.
You're being waterboarded.
Yeah, I'd be like, Tampa Bay.
Been?
No, they've been.
Fuck!
Lost to the Raiders? No, beat the Raiders. Beat the shit out of the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, because they're
Cleveland.
Cleveland is one.
Cardinals.
You get 3 whammies. No, Cardinals
Oh, are you kidding me?
basically won a Super Bowl. They lost, but they were such underdogs. I consider it a victory.
Give them a hint. Is
Texans.
Texans. Yeah, that's 2.
Expansion team. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you have 2 whammies. You only have, you're going to get 2 more right before you get 1 more wrong.
Or you get to call someone or ask
No.
Tracy,
Okay.
who's a hockey fan.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. Chiefs.
Chiefs? No, they were early, I think they were the first AFC team to
Get out of
win.
my country.
I'm walking the plank.
Get out
Yeah.
of my country.
It's the Jaguars.
Oh, fuck!
Sorry, it was just wearing their helmet a minute ago. And the Detroit Lions.
Oh, come on.
Big time.
I know,
losers.
that's my dream Super Bowl. That's like bucket list, wish list is a Browns-Lions Super Bowl. Because the other 2 don't count.
Is that even possible?
Jaguars don't count.
By the way, this
Houston definitely doesn't count.
particular
Yeah, it is possible.
this particular immigration officer had a follow-up question apart from the NFL, which is also legitimate. What should you not put on a hot dog?
According to who?
That
America?
See, that's the problem.
Everyone here has a.
This is
Tracy will say
See,
ketchup.
Trick question. This is America. We're free to do whatever we want.
Oh! That's
All
a
right.
good answer.
I don't
Trick
have
question.
anything you shouldn't, but there's things you
I
shouldn't.
fucking would put anything
Tracy's
on a hot
fucking
dog.
says you don't put ketchup on a
She's
hot
wrong.
dog. What a fucking retard! I put ketchup on scrambled eggs.
Ketchup, mustard, relish, mayo, sriracha.
Mayo's
come on.
disgusting.
Are you kidding me? On a hot
And
dog? It's
sriracha's
fantastic.
wicked overrated.
Okay,
On a potato bun. On a potato bun with mayo.
So this guy...
Here's the answer: Tabasco, because you only put Tabasco on a radiation burn. That's the only place that belongs is on a radiation burn because it tastes a little less burny with no flavor than radiation. It's shit. Tweet it. Tweet against Tabasco. All right, back to you.
What this person, a very well-known Twitter personality called Jimbo No Jimbo at nojimbo.com. He also included Junior Stopka in his questioning, which makes me think there's a Chicago thing going on here. What is appropriate to drink on each coast and in flyover states?
What?
What is appropriate to drink on each coast and in flyover states? What is a drink?
That's nationwide. That is okay to drink everywhere.
I have the answer.
Well, vodka.
Negroni.
No.
No. Come on,
Everywhere.
we would fucking be run out of so many bars we play in.
We would, but that is the appropriate drink. Whether they can accommodate the
I could
appropriateness
shit
of
on
our
the
request.
Virgin Mary in fucking Montgomery, Alabama on stage, but I go to the bar and ask for a Negroni. Oh, all of a sudden, that check bounces.
All right. The answer is for your fucking very layman question. It's beer.
Oh.
That's, yeah.
Okay. Now some people have come in because they obviously care about who gets in. They've got specific questions. Who has the power to declare war?
Congress.
I think it's the president.
No.
Well, that all got fuzzy
got
after
fuzzy
fucking
with
9/11.
George W. Bush.
Okay.
I did find that 9/11 question, and I
What was
passed
the
it.
18th Amendment?
Shit. The prohibition.
Okay.
I think
And then the repeal was the 21st.
See, when you're reading, don't read actual questions off of fucking
All right.
Twitter.
Wait, do you have answers there so I can find out?
Read the funny ones.
Okay, right here. Okay, right.
They repealed prohibition at the 21st Amendment. I remember.
Okay, Ben King at Ben Has Failed. Question. What is the proper medical term for fanny pack related chafing?
It's a funny question. There's no answer to that.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
there's not?
Bingo
you
should
read 'em
know it. She wears a fanny pack.
Steve Zoe at Hobadog writes, name the years Samuel Jackson served as president. That's funny.
Well, I think.
Wait,
that-
Samuel Jackson or
that's a-
Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh!
Trick question.
But it's also a trick question in the sense that was there not a recent...
Oh, Jesus. I didn't even realize Samuel Jackson was the president. I was going right with fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
I think it was Andrew Jackson, but go ahead.
right.
But
Never
go ahead.
mind.
Just keep going with your thing. Keep going with your funny thing you're trying to do there.
Okay.
Name one state that borders Canada.
I could name you a bunch. I could go across. I can go from...
Wait, east to west or west to east?
West to east, come on.
Of course.
Yeah. Obviously, you'd go
That's the way the wind blows.
Washington, Montana.
No!
Okay. Alaska.
No.
Alaska.
No. Between Washington and Montana.
Was it Montana or the
Yeah.
Dakotas? No, Montana. You're right.
No, you go over the
Idaho,
panhandle
motherfucker.
there.
Oh, I forgot Dave.
Come on.
I forgot where Dave Fulton's from. Sorry.
Remember we tried to stay in the panhandle? It's fucking gorgeous and every place was rented out.
Unbelievable.
We had to go stay at that shithole in that parking lot of the truck stop as a motel next to Fred's Titty Bar outside of Missoula. That was a fucking horror.
Let me see how far I can get.
Where is
Washington,
he from
Idaho,
here?
Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, Michigan. And then I get fuzzy because it's the East Coast.
Well, there's the lakes. Then
The
you get the
lakes.
Great Lakes.
Is it-
All right.
but Michigan-
Ohio is there, but then
No, that's below Michigan, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying Indiana, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio don't border.
The don't care a lot states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think Pennsylvania. I think you have to get into New York at
Yeah.
Niagara Falls.
Maine and New
Well,
York.
that
are the
doesn't really
last-
count.
New York
It's-
and Maine are, I think, the last.
But the important thing is I only need to
Vermont,
name one
New
of
Hampshire.
them. I only need to name one of them.
Name one U.S. territory.
Guam.
Yep.
Puerto Rico. Do you have the other ones listed there? What are the other ones?
U.S. Virgin Islands, American Samoa, and Northern Mariana Islands.
In the Marianas Trench Islands.
Question from Twitter Tony. Why was slavery abolished?
Basketball.
Oh, there you go.
Why was slavery abolished?
I think that was a joke.
Slavery, slavery was a big problem between the North and the South wanted to secede from the Union, and that's why we started the Civil War. That's why the Civil War began, because the North wanted to abolish slavery. It wasn't why was it abolished.
Doug, have you seen
How many Supreme Court justices? I know this. Yeah, I know this because of Becker's joke back when we were first starting comedy. He'd go trashing the public school systems. He'd go, yeah. How many people can name me all 7 Supreme Court justices? There are 9, but just name me 7.
That's funny.
And then dead silence from the audience. And all right then. How many people can name me 7 people stranded on a desert island in a sitcom? You can name all of them.
That's very good.
Yes, Becker's very good.
Yeah, no, I love Becker. He's always on. Question from Randy Marsh. What did they do with Bingo's labia trimmings?
Fajitas at the closest Mexican restaurant.
Fajitas? What were the conditions of peace during the Toledo War? Who the fuck is that?
The Toledo War?
Oh,
Yeah.
some fucking lecturer in Boston. Go fuck yourself. Yeah.
There's no Toledo War.
You know, maybe there was.
Maybe there was. Did you Google it?
No.
All right, you're standing there perplexed. I'm waiting for
Yeah,
more.
I'm perplexed.
All right, what's the capital of your state, Brian? Not,
I live in California, so it's Sacramento.
but this state. You're in this state now.
Oh, that's an interesting question. So I'm in Arizona, so it's Oh, that's an interesting question. Fuck. I am going to say... Oh, fuck. That's a good question. I'm going to say it's not Tucson, and it's not Phoenix. So therefore, it must be some other fucking shithole. Fuck.
I have a guess.
Fuck, it's not Flagstaff. Fuck. I don't know. I've run out of places.
Yuma.
Get
No,
ready.
it's not Yuma.
Is it Prescott?
No, it's not Press. It's fucking Phoenix.
Is it Phoenix?
Yeah.
Not Tempe.
No, he said
No,
Phoenix.
All right.
A P is different than a T.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
In our language. I don't know where you're coming from.
Anyway, so there's probably nothing in here that you don't know.
No, just read it
Memorize
and you'll
that.
know it, right?
There's a bunch that I don't have any fucking idea. What are 2 cabinet level positions? Congressman? I don't fucking know. There's how many senators are there? Beats me.
Cabinet
a lot.
level would be like Secretary of State.
Education,
Right?
agriculture.
Yeah.
Don't ask Rick Perry, but
I like the question from Bruce Grillis. Which Native American tribe's blood was used to paint the red stripes on the Grand Canyon?
That's the one I was looking for. I couldn't find it. I put out a dumb question like this, and then you have every asshole doing inside jokes. Hey, what does Brian Hennigan's dick taste like? Yeah, all right, so I gotta find the funny ones. But yeah, that was one I was looking for. That was good work, sir.
Yeah, Bruce Grillis.
What is the rule of law?
Nobody is above the law, and everyone is answerable to it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
that's a question from the thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what they shout in Ferguson.
So, hey, Brian, you've read that booklet, right? Clearly.
A little bit.
Not all the way through?
No, there were 1 or 2 questions I glanced at on the way over. I thought, oh, fuck, I've no idea.
Well, there's some, that one was just, there's some that are so obvious they're hard to answer. What is freedom of religion? Freedom of religion.
That's
You're right.
It's in the question.
Yeah.
You go, is there something deeper? And then you look stymied and flummoxed because it's obvious.
As it was explained to me, they want you to pass, and you only actually have to get 6 out of 10 right.
6? That's a fucking D. That's a fucking D on a test.
Yeah, well, we're a fucking D country.
It should be fucking 10. They gave you the answers.
No,
it should be 10
none
out of 10.
none of these questions matter. I did not read one fucking question that you should need to know. How are you going to make a living? How many fucking kids are you going to produce while you're over here?
What do you do at a stop sign?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
How's explain the tax code to me.
Why
Even
are
the
you
guy-
still in the left-hand lane? Yeah, it's
Fucking ridiculous. All right, we'll be back with something after we refill our cocktails. All right, I told you about the football helmet deal. This is what's going on. We're building the new studio. It will be done in the next 4 days. Unfortunately, when I built this funhouse, I got all 32 football helmets. Every NFL team was up on the wall, full-size helmets, and we had to scrap that to put this shit in. So I am selling those helmets individually on eBay to help offset the costs of the new studio. Starting September 6th, this Sunday, right around when you're hearing this, at noontime Pacific, through the next Sunday, September 13th, at the same time, each team helmet is being sold individually, autographed on the inside. You don't want to see my shit scrawled over your fucking logo of your team. And what we're doing is whoever wins each individual team helmet, their name is going to go on a plaque in the new studio as a thank you for helping us, you diehard fans that keep us alive. Your names will be forever enshrined Hall of Fame style on a plaque inside the new Funhouse studio where we will be podcasting and watching football. The person who bids the most overall for a helmet, whichever team helmet sells for the most, you will be invited to the Super Bowl party this February, which is not an open party anymore. Those rumors should have been squashed. I said it once drunk on a Rogan podcast like 10 years ago, or it's not an open party. It's a very private party. It's more exclusive now that the new studio limits the seating even more. But you and a guest, whoever bids the most on the overall top-selling helmet, is invited to the Super Bowl party, and your team will be my favorite team for this entire season, no matter how much I loathe them. If you're a fucking Giants fan, I fucking hate the Giants, but if you're the highest bidder, I'll have to wear that jersey every fucking weekend when I sit in here watching football, and I will have to tweet good things about your team, and you'll be here to rub it in my face for Super Bowl. Is this Super Bowl 50? Whatever it is. February 2016. Whatever that. And we're doing a show that weekend. All-star show. You'll get free tickets to the show here in Bisbee on the Saturday night before Super Bowl Sunday. And you'll be treated VIP style. And I appreciate all you hardcores who will do this, and enjoy your fucking helmet, and enjoy the upcoming all-star podcasts that will come out of building this fucking studio, because it's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so we're back now.
Yep.
Mr. Hennigan, at Mr. Hennigan on Twitter.
That's me.
Yeah, so let's assume that you passed this test.
Uh-huh.
You passed it here with flying colors.
Not according
except
to-
for the NFL.
Not according to me.
Will you be able to vote once you're a citizen?
Yeah, that's the whole point, frankly. Right now, I'm currently representation without taxes. I should be fucking throwing barrels of tea into the nearest harbor.
You can do that.
Yeah.
You're allowed.
I know, but
It's America.
I'm in America. Also in Arizona. I'm not driving to San Diego.
I have no idea what that meant. Brian Hennigan's the one who said, "Oh, I can drink this much vodka and do 2 podcasts in a room."
Started with a shot.
What's
What, are you
gone wrong?
crazy?
All right, so here's so you're gonna vote, which is weird because felons can't vote,
No.
and a lot of this shit would only get overturned. Drug laws. Well, yeah, a lot of the people. If there was a party, and there is like that, even that Mike Kasich, the Republican.
Yeah.
He was talking about getting people out of prisons, and that's actually becoming a topic finally.
But the thing about it, Doug, because I know what you're saying, is like if felons or reformed felons could vote, it might shift the tide. But honestly, one felon, how many non-felons are below them that are not below?
I wasn't going there. I was going to. We have 2 million people in prisons in the United States, like 1 in 100 people. They can't vote, but the people in prison, the families can vote.
Yes.
Like if you can get that,
That's what I said.
and most of those people have extensive families. You get them voting because you're going to get that fucking dude out of prison, or at least make them think that.
Yeah.
That's a huge 5 siblings, parents, children of a guy in prison.
Hey, Jeb Bush, what's your problem?
All of a sudden,
You think you could appeal to that kind of
tens
demographic?
of millions.
Yeah. No, it spiders out. It's insane. But what was the question?
Yeah.
I was, I'm locked between, like, I was a Rand Paul guy going in, but he's got unelectable hair.
He's there's a lot of things going on with the Paul family right now.
Yeah, they're fucking completely unelectable. They can't speak. They stutter like I do. They're as bad at public speaking. They're like me because they're so off the beaten path that there's so much information that they have to throw into a soundbite.
What's with the dad doing the fucking infomercials?
Money.
Yeah.
See, why are you asking that
No,
question?
I'm saying like wasn't he never did anything like that before? Is he now on a forum that or like on a level that he can present himself?
Who knows? He's a fucking doddering old man. Like
It's
that guy was
QVC
too old
style
40
shit.
years ago to.
It's like, go to, what's his name? Fucking
Ron Paul.
Ron Paul 43. What the fuck is that? .com?
Yeah. But Rand Paul still has things, privacy issues that are not addressed anywhere else.
He was the only person that basically spoke about that in the Republican, or in any of the debates.
Yeah.
Not that there was a Democratic debate.
And Mike Kasich scored points. Again, I don't give a fuck. For the listener out there, I don't follow politics.
It's like watching sports.
Right. Exactly like
but
watching
you pick
sports.
a team.
I have a favorite hockey team. I don't watch it unless it's the playoffs. I have a favorite football team in the UK, proper football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We did start watching that this year. It was good. Either way, the point is, but I was a Rand Paul guy by default, and then Kasich was good at those debates, and then I'm a Gary Johnson guy by heart in the Libertarian Party, but no one's paying attention to him. And then fucking Bernie Sanders. Just cursory glance. That guy's fucking great.
Why?
Because he talks about things that matter. Again, drug laws, shit I care about.
I'll tell you why I think he matters is that he's basically the direct consequence of his election would be a rejection not of politics but of the system, and that's why he's good.
But can you actually be elected and then do something about the system? Isn't there so many things in place?
Things that are on an executive level. Wow, all of a sudden we sound like, remember, we are drunk and have no fucking idea what we're talking about.
Like everyone else in the world.
Yeah. You're
We're
sitting
drunk
at a
and
bar,
talking about shit.
and if you're not drunk, save this podcast for when you are drunk and then come back and argue and yell at your fucking laptop.
Oh, here comes the vodka.
Yeah.
I'm about to be more drunk.
Good.
But I love both here's the minor contentious point would be I love Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump equally, in the sense that I think both of them are the right answer. I like both of them for the same reason.
It's interesting you say that.
Which is that both of them say to the established authorities, in effect, fuck you and everything you've built up for the past 40 years.
Love it.
You are an anachronism.
And that's why you will not be admitted to this country.
Oh, but again, people are something that really infuriates me about the Trump thing is they overlook his entire path to where he is. He will reject and spin on a dime at a moment's notice on any opinion he has. I genuinely don't think Donald Trump has an anti-gay or homophobic bone in his body.
I agree with you.
He doesn't give a flying fuck.
They all have money.
Exactly. So he'll say whatever he needs to say to get elected or to get to the Republican ticket. And once he's elected, he'll say, fuck that. I don't give a shit.
Isn't that exactly what every politician is known to do?
Exactly.
Except he's doing it without someone putting money in his back pocket.
Yeah.
He's saying whatever, whenever.
Ego is once you have a certain amount of money, then you go, oh, this is just ego. This is just about me.
But the politicians can't do that. They're still trying to fucking butter their bread way down the line.
Right. And he's already has all the power and more that they crave more of.
Yes.
The polls that were taken prior to the fucking farce that was the Fox debates, which was just funny to watch. The polls,
it would have been unwatchable without Trump.
Exactly.
So, and it's so far out that it doesn't make a difference. Yeah. So the polls after the debate,
when the mediators are getting a round of applause from the audience, that's a fucking tractor pull.
That's Arsenio Hall going, woo, woo,
yeah,
woo,
exactly.
woo, like whipping up the crowd. So the polls after the event, Trump is the only one who actually increased.
Yeah.
He increased it. All the tertiary people, the lower end of that, they all stayed the same. They didn't raise, they didn't lower. It was just one of these things. And then there were a couple of ones that went in that actually went up a little bit. And two of them were from the kids table debate that they bumped up. But it is interesting that Trump not only went in there and I figured he'd be eviscerated. He rose in the
He made one very important point. He made two very important points. But one of the most the thing when he said, you wouldn't even be talking about immigration if I hadn't been an asshole about it. That was a really important point.
Nobody 100% true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took what they tried to, they would have lambasted any other candidate who had misspoke at a fucking luncheon at a golf club.
Every single fucking
and he took that and went, all right, now it's an issue. Okay, you wanted to fucking spear me with some, now it's
he didn't
the number.
capitulate. He said this, yes, this is what I said, and you may have misunderstood it, but this is what I said. He repeated the same fucking thing.
But the very substantive, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's your podcast, but, the very substantive thing he said that was actually legitimate was when he said the number one thing he would do with healthcare would be to remove the borders between states about how people can compete. So that you wouldn't have, we have this policy in Idaho, but we don't have this policy in fucking, Minnesota. He basically said,
wow, his borders are getting way off now.
Yeah, but the point being that was a very
Mr.
important
Idaho.
point. When you're ordering from Amazon, you don't give a flying fuck about where it's coming from or who's delivering it.
Yeah.
And that should be the same with healthcare.
Whether you're buying a fucking, a microphone or you're buying healthcare, it should be the same across borders.
The only people who would care about that would be people who've been given subsidies by healthcare and insurance companies like every other people on the stage.
Out of my depth. I have no idea. If I had health care, do you think...
The foreigner's right. This guy over here, the foreigner, he's
That's
right.
why I said
why I think he's right? Because he speaks with confidence.
Yeah.
I don't care if they mean it, as
But
long
he's
as
right.
they sell
He's
it.
right. He's
But
totally right.
The thing about Trump I hate is that he's actually entertaining. And that is important.
Let me pose a question to both of you. A foreigner and a lifelong American here. What difference would it fucking make if Trump went in and did 4 years? What difference would it fucking make?
I think it would be hilarious.
Yes.
Would it really? Would the world stop?
With people with egos like that are fucking dangerous. Like, that is a guy who, if he did win, would be so overwhelmed with power, he would start wars, because he would.
But George Bush already did that.
He already did it. It's been done. It's a fucking hack premise.
There's no humanity to that guy.
Yeah.
That's the problem. There is not an inkling. That is a sociopath.
Oh, but
that is a guy, maybe not a sociopath by definition.
Like hard definition, yeah.
But he does want to be loved, unlike a lot of politicians.
And I think he does want to make money, and he does want America to be good.
People love war.
No.
He would have fucking troops dying with the same, you're fired. Sorry. Is it my fault? Like the shit he was talking about McCain being a prisoner of war. I think he honestly is
not a hero.
Callous.
Not a hero.
He's not a hero. He got caught.
I like my heroes.
The interesting thing about the whole McCain thing, that I must admit, even I was taken aback by
the lack of repercussions.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
the polls afterwards.
Amazing.
The fact that the polls in the Republican Party.
But what does that say about America?
That people are cruel. And they want their cruelty delivered vicariously, so they're not the guy who said it. I want to be a dick to everyone, because I sat at this fucking conveyor belt for 40 years, and I want someone else to suffer, and fuck him. This he's my mouthpiece. He's being an asshole to everyone, and I've thought the same thing at time to time when my anger was misdirected.
There's something, because there is a push and a fervor behind that guy that I cannot explain.
Right,
I thought he'd be gone by
I wanted to go here anyway, and I didn't remember.
Go on.
Till this is, we're on the same page. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should save this. This is one I should save till we're fucking sober.
Tease it.
Why?
The whole, with the fat Jew thing.
Oh, no. That's another one. That's another one.
All right.
We'll
save
do that tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow.
I would agree with you.
Leave this shit set up, because we'll go into that.
I would like to go back to I was pretty much part of the fucking,
there is a tie-in here.
Oh, there's a huge tie-in.
I know, I can see where it is.
Complacency.
I was part of this, the lean on the surfboard that turned the board towards the Trump rather than you originally asked about Sanders.
Do you know how surfboards work?
Yeah. And I would equally be as happy if Bernie Sanders was elected.
Yeah, well,
I just don't want anyone else other than those two. I genuinely would
agree with
rather
you.
have
I agree with the
either of
foreigner.
those two than any of the others.
yeah. Bush Clinton was so fucking boring.
Yeah.
So boring.
Jeb has slipped so much
There's
that it's like
only
a shocking.
so many installments of
Reader's Digest.
We become
Like,
a dynasty at that point, right? I mean, they
Well, that was I saw on Newser today, which I gotta fuck you, Newser. Some guy from Newser actually sent me an email going, "Hey, I heard you mention Newser on your podcast. It's not gonna happen again if you don't get rid of that fucking Cenogenics guy."
oh, jeez.
That's
Pump an iron.
yeah. Every fucking click on a thing. Here's a 74-year-old man with an oiled chest. It's fucking disgusting. You should put fucking child porn. Whatever Jared from Subway was watching, you should put that on
Allegedly.
before.
Allegedly.
No, he
really?
pled.
He pled
Yeah.
guilty?
yeah.
Yeah, someone tweeted a great picture that Walsh retweeted that I saw, and I retweeted. He was in a Subway in like Iowa.
Oh,
With-
man.
it
His
says,
last sandwich?
No, the guy took the picture. The guy that tweeted it took a picture. They had a widescreen, flat screen on the wall of the Subway with Jared being convicted on CNN as he's waiting for his sandwich. He goes, "Hey, Subway, maybe you should change the channel." With a lot of hashtags, including
Aw.
"You only had one job." That's very funny.
You only have
God.
one job. Don't
Yeah.
get caught kitty fiddling.
So, I was on Newser trying to, look away from that fucking guy every time. That, I want to bring that guy down. I spend most of my day not reading
Do you
my
want me to
book.
put black tape on your screen?
It's fucking
To block it?
grotesque. Well, no, then it's on the top, and then
yeah.
the next time it's on the side, and then the next time it's in between stories.
Marketing works, right, Brian?
It's this, here's him at 54, here's him at 67, now he's 74, and it's like an old man turning into a gross Hulk.
This is the thing. That's fucking bullshit. Because would you want those pictures taken of
it's
you?
me
in that-
chasing you around going,
Yeah.
look at my dick. Look at my dick. Look at my saggy, gross balls.
and that got old very quickly at the second
Yes.
desert party.
Yeah. That's why the third was the best, because we had a moratorium on Doug's dick.
I don't know what rumors you can spread about Cenogenics. Or what my liability if I started them.
Let's see.
But, yeah.
Yeah, if this was the UK, that would be a different thing. But in America, it's free speech is pretty much got domain.
Yeah, and until you get to liability issues. Slander.
Yeah, but in the UK,
If I were to say Cenogenics causes AIDS, that would be libelous.
Yes.
Sure. But if you were to say,
But if you were to take that out of this sentence without context, where I paused briefly before and after, and then
yes, that would be
big
not,
announcement on the
that's
Doug
not
Stanhope
on, that's
podcast.
not on you.
You go, huh? Who did that?
I'd still be nervous if I was the Uncut Scotsman.
I wouldn't be.
I would.
I am the
I'm
Scots-
so happy that I have zero computer skills, because if I had the skills of a hacker, I would get sloppy, and I would have all the wrong targets. And well, there's like war and people are dying, and well, yeah, Cenogenics had to go first. I had to take those motherfuckers down because that old gross guy that ruins my
down.
Newser. So I was reading something on Newser before I went off on this.
Not a sponsor.
No, I'm against you till you get rid of that fucking filth that you promote.
Unlike your sheets.
I don't know. I read something on Newser that had to do with an earlier conversation, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
No,
none
tell
of
it.
you. I don't remember.
Oh, did you
I
think we would remember what you read?
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
Newser. You saw something on Newser.
It was about the fucking elections.
No,
or
but you
something.
saw
Bernie
something on
Sanders, maybe?
Newser. Yeah, so I was trying to get the conversation back to Bernie Sanders.
No,
You know
I
how
was.
many people are yelling at their dashboard right now? It's this, you fuck!
Yeah, 137.
All right, so did we figure out how the world works yet? Did we? Bernie Sanders.
Oh, we know how it works.
Bernie Sanders or Trump? Those are the only answers. Everybody else is a patsy. That dog won't hunt.
Hennigan. Here we go.
Cocktails. All right, I guess we're gonna call this a podcast.
Why? Why?
Because these
Are you
people have to
done?
go to bed. That are listening.
They're at work. They just got to work.
All right. Well,
we're
get
done.
something else?
We're
Yeah,
done.
we're done. We'll continue this. Hey, if you go to the secret podcast,
Yeah.
the Aftercast. Someone have that yet? The Aftercast?
Probably. That's all.
After bar cast? I
That's
don't know.
fucking bullshit.
Who gives a shit? Let's just keep it Doug Stanhope Podcast
Why?
until
Why?
I liked your Doug Stanhope show. I thought it was kind of a quick end to a bit, but at the same time, it not saying podcast. You're right. It's because it's ubiquitous right now. Podcast is everywhere.
Yeah, and
There's a
it's
million
a
of them.
buzzword for unlistenable.
Well, people listen to this one.
Yeah, I'm saying it, but new people coming into the flock, they see podcasts.
Yeah.
It's like the 80s with
So
Comedy
maybe
Club.
do you want to do video? We can do video.
I don't know. We'll see what the new studio looks like. Until then, let's drift this conversation into a dull snore off the air. Thank you for listening. And now you're going to listen to a song that we have permission to play. Good night.
There must be a place that nobody knows, hidden away where nobody goes. I'm gonna get there one day, gonna spend some time on my own, just drinking my wine, wasting my time, watching the sky, drinking more wine, feeling okay, no more wondering why, just knowing I made it all the way, knowing I made it all the way. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Cause I'm gonna fly just like Yuri Gagarin. I'm gonna fly just like Yuri Gagarin. I'm gonna fly just like Yuri Gagarin all the way. Hey, hey, hey. I'm gonna fly.